This project is an adaptive reuse of a fire station built in 1970 that is now the home to the Museum of Contemporary Art in Tucson, Arizona. The objective of this project was to redesign the existing building so that it can better suit the needs of MOCA's rotating gallery as well as its Artist in Residence program, while maintaining its unique history as a brutalist fire station. The site is located in Tucson's Barrio Viejo on Church Avenue and West McCormick Street. The building sits across from the new convention center and shares its west parking lot with the Tucson Police Department. The procession into the building begins from the northwest corner, where MOCA sees most of its foot traffic. The entire building sits on a plinth elevated from the street level. The elongated steps that line its north and west perimeter invite the public to slow down and sit. The user walks across the building's graded glass facade, which reach all the way to the third story, and enter the building through the narrow shaded corridor, which is created by a detached concrete wall facade. The long, narrow entry leads the user into the 4 gallery spaces that have the ability to rotate and adapt to special exhibitions, as well as transform into a library or gift shop space. The event room is located near the entry as well and can accommodate lectures and workshops as it has a large storage space. The main gallery area will remain as it is with an addition of a ceiling grid that accommodates hanging walls to further divide the large space if needed. There are 2 fire stairs on either side of the building. One is near the east entrance, hidden within the wall, and the second is on the west, which has access to the sculpture garden and the artist in residence on the 3rd floor. A grand staircase leads the user to the 2nd floor, which looks over onto the main gallery area as well as the sculpture garden beyond. 2 gallery spaces are found on the left. One is open and looks onto the space below, and one is more enclosed to accommodate any multimedia exhibitions that the museum may host. To the right is the cafe, which also functions as the children's area. The staff offices and conference room are well integrated into this social space while maintaining privacy as they line the building's east wall. The procession from the 1st floor is very clear and linear as it leads the user to the 3rd floor through an enclosed cave-like staircase that separates the 3rd floor in privacy from the floors below. The restaurant, bar, and artist in residence program share the 3rd floor to help integrate the public into the typically hidden process of artists. To the east is a lounge as well as seating for the restaurant and a terrace that looks south. 3 apartments and private studios line the south window wall, and additional studios are in the middle of the floor to further divide the spaces. The studios can be opened to create a social dynamic space or be closed to allow for privacy, depending on the preference of the artist. A large circular skylight looks down onto the sculpture garden and is open to above in order to allow the elements into the space. Section AA above highlights the linear procession through the building and the relationship between the floors. The circular skylight can be seen to connect the artist in residence to the sculpture garden. Section BB below looks towards the west and shows the depth of the building as well as the steps, the pool of water that lines the north, and the surrounding landscape around the building. The glass facades of the building are meant to be dynamic and adjustable. Panels that are attached to the exterior of the grid can be placed or removed depending on the time of day or the exhibition to allow varying levels of light inside of the building. This is an exterior view of the building, looking from the sidewalk on the northwest corner of the site. This view is from the gallery on the 2nd floor, looking into the main exhibition space and sculpture garden. This is an example of the versatility and use of the ceiling grid. This perspective is from the inside of the sculpture garden, looking directly into the gallery space. And finally, this view is from the lounge area, looking into the kitchen and studio spaces on the 3rd floor.